Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to talk about how to reapply sunscreen because applying enough sunscreen is not enough if you do not reapply sunscreen every 2 hours. Now, I know it can be quite a hassle if you do sweat a lot, have a oily skin, have applied makeup, and you are confused on how the heck should I reapply sunscreen. So in this video, I am going to address the question, how the heck should I reapply sunscreen? Hey guys, so if you are seeing this face for the very first time, hi, I'm Moitri Haldar. I do make a lot of skincare content such as this one, including a couple of contents that I really like. So if you are into that genre, then do consider subscribing and hitting on that bell notification to get notified every time I upload. Also, do not forget to follow me in my social media accounts where I'm the most active and you get to be a part of what goes into my videos, especially my Instagram, where I do a couple of live sessions to answer back to all of your skincare concerns. The one question that I repeatedly get is how the heck should I apply sunscreen because I'm wearing makeup, I have oily skin, I sweat a lot, and etc. and etc. So in this video, I am going to mention all of the different scenarios, and in those scenarios, how you can reapply sunscreen. So the first scenario is basic simple. If you have oily skin and your skin feels oily after that 2-hour mark when you are applying sunscreen, the first most important thing that you should do is always having extra amount of napkins or blotting papers. If you have oily skin, a blotting paper is something that you should always have on handy, but tissues also does works. What you want to do is take any tissue or blotting paper, which I suggest, and I will link the cheapest one that I can find in the bottom box below, including all of the products that I'm mentioning. So you want to take the tissue or blotting paper and dab it gently on top of your skin and get rid of all of the excessive oil that is possible. So after that, you want to reapply the sunscreen and take the same amount of sunscreen that you have applied on the initial application, which is, if you are curious about how much you should apply, you can check my previous video on sun tanning, and I have gone into much more detail on how much I apply and how much you should apply. And take a little bit time on blending, especially on reapplying phase, because you have a layer of sunscreen and you are working with another layer, so you want to take a little bit more time in order to give you a minimum white cast and also even application of your sunscreen. So now that oily skin people can happily apply sunscreen, next comes the category that I am more suited to, which is sweaty people. Now, sweat is a huge concern, especially for me, because I live in a humid climate and I sweat a lot, and I sweat almost entirely just on my face and not anywhere else when I'm pissed, and that is the reason why I am always pissed in summers. So the first step that I always used to do when I was a teenager is to use milk of magnesia. Now, milk of magnesia, I don't know why it does that, but milk of magnesia is suggested to patients who have diarrhea, and I am not telling you to drink milk of magnesia or even using milk of magnesia in the first place, but this is something that worked wonderfully for me. So I take a little bit of cotton and apply just like 2 to 3 drops of milk of magnesia, and I swipe it across my face and leave that for about like 10 minutes, and after that I wash my face off and just do my basic simple skincare and makeup and everything. And doing that simple step decrease my sweat to about like 90%, which I am like, what is this? It is some sorcery or something, but this is something I won't actually suggest you. It is something that worked for me. So if you are a trial and tested person such as me and you sweat a lot, you can try that one, but that is a bonus tip that I want to throw in this part. So if you do not want to go in that milk of magnesia part, what you do want to consider is having a lot of tissues. So same as oily skin people, you want to dab all of the excess sweat that you are having on top of your skin, and after that you want to reapply sunscreen as normal. But if you are still feeling uncomfortable, what you want to do is to just wipe your face with the micellar water. Now, the micellar water recommendation I have for you is from Garnier because it is fragrance free. You can apply it easily, and you can have a container in your bag and fill it up with cotton pads and just apply this micellar water on top of those cotton pads and keep that container handy. So whenever you are reapplying your sunscreen, you can swipe your face with that micellar based cotton pad and then you can throw it. Or if you do not want to go in the throwing route part, what you can do is take like reusable cotton pads and fill it up in that jar and take a little bit of micellar water in handy whenever you are going. So every time you are reapplying, you are not wasting a cotton pad and you can throw that easily in your washer and it washes it beautifully. beautifully. So cleansing your face with micellar water and then reapplying not only helps you in not getting that grimy feeling, but also helps with the even application, because excessive sweating can sometimes give you blotchy patches, and also make your second layer of sunscreen to slide off, because some of the lighter base sunscreen doesn't really stick or adhere to your skin that well if you have that moisture between your skin and that sunscreen. Coming on to the next reapplying technique, which is on top of your makeup. Now this particular concern is the most major concern that people have, because you are wearing makeup, a full face of makeup, and you are exposed to the sun and you still want to give the protection. Now this reapplying technique does starts off with your base. Now you want to first apply a moisturizer, then apply your sunscreen, then you want to apply makeup. Now if you are thinking that I am just going to like apply sunscreen on top of my makeup and I'm going to skip my sunscreen under my makeup, that is the route that I won't suggest. So just apply your moisturizer, sunscreen, and then top it off with your makeup. Now in today's market there are loads of makeup that does contains SPF. I think the Maybelline Fit Me, the newer version, does comes with the SPF rating of 15, which is a great bonus addition. And over the day you can touch up your face with this foundation and it does gives you a little bit of protection. My favorite MAC concealer in Studio Fix does gives you a protection of SPF 30, and it is something that I always use, especially when I'm touching up. But concealer is something that you technically do not reapply all over your face, so it is out of the question. Most fantastic way of applying SPF over makeup is using SPF based powders or compact powders. The two recommendations that I have for you is, first of all, from L'Oreal. This is their Matte Magique. It is completely broken for me because I love this powder, and currently there is only like 1 to 2 shades available. This is the lightest shade and it is called as Vanilla, which suits me decently. And this is a really nice SPF 15 or 30 based powder. Gives you a little bit of white cast when you are clicking pictures, but in the real life it looks poreless, it looks beautiful, and it is also a very nice option if you want to reapply sunscreen over makeup. But mind it, if you are under the sun, sunscreen powders doesn't technically give you a lot of protection because you are only applying a little bit and you have this concern of being cakey. So yeah, not that great of a choice. But if you are indoors and have a minimal sun exposure, these type of powders works amazing. This one from Lakme is the most cheapest one. It is SPF 40 and PA+++. If you want to apply enough powder, this is the one for you. It is very translucent, doesn't gives you a lot of white cast, and you can also layer this product pretty well. It also doesn't look cakey at all. And if you are from an oily skin type, this is also an amazing investment because as it is a translucent powder, it will soak up all your oil and also give you the protection. Now if you are into K-beauty or J-beauty like me, you know what is a cushion foundation. Majority of the cushion foundation does comes with the higher amount of SPF, such as SPF 50, 40, 30, anything you might guess. So using any type of cushion foundation as your everyday day-to-day makeup is something that you should consider. It is something that most of the Korean people or Japanese people do because first of all it gives you the enough coverage, and also it does reapplies beautifully. So after that 2 hour or 3 hour mark, you can just pat it and reapply your sunscreen, and it also looks pretty natural. Now currently in Indian skincare market there are not a lot of SPF based cushion foundation. Now the Indian market used to have a lot of cushion foundation, but Indian people didn't like it, I guess. I will mention my favorite ones, and if you want to shop internationally then you can just click on those links. But yeah, my favorite one is from Face Shop, and sadly this shade was not available in India, so I used to always buy from YesStyle. This is their Miracle Finish long lasting cushion foundation, and cushion foundation is something like this. If you are curious about that, it does comes with this cushion thing which does has a lot of foundation in it, and it does comes in a refillable kind of packaging, which this one pops out and you can swipe it with the refill, and it also does comes with a puff, which I of course lost it. This is a perfect way of reapplying sunscreen, and this is the most practical way of applying sunscreen. But we are going to exclude cushion foundation as this is not a choice, especially in Indian skincare market, and I'm going to list a couple of them, but they are expensive and I do not think you need to invest that much. But a quick hack that I have for you is something that I always used to do in my teenage teenage days, even if I was not wearing makeup. And recently, again, one of my favorite beauty creators, Michelle from Lab Muffin Beauty, have shown this technique. So I used to get this cheap kind of cushions or this cheap kind of puffs that you always used to get in like any type of compact. I used to save those and I used this to reapply any kind of sunscreen. Now this trick might not work for heavy white cast based sunscreen or physical sunscreen, but this trick works amazing for chemical filter based sunscreen which has minimal white cast. This trick works wonderfully even if you are wearing makeup or if you are not. What you want to do, you want to take your favorite sunscreen, apply it, and you take this powder puff and you just want to gently apply this as if you are applying cushion foundation on top of your makeup. And what it will do is that it will not only like apply beautifully over makeup but also will not give you any kind of streaky finish, because you are literally dabbing this on top of your makeup, and this will ensure the highest amount of SPF protection that you are going to get. The best type of sunscreen that you want to include in this particular like dabbing method is watery based sunscreen or the sunscreen that has zero to minimal white cast. The favorite sunscreen that I like to do when I'm applying it over my makeup is the Biore one, obviously, but yeah, it is an amazing sunscreen and this technique is wonderful. The time when I saw Michelle mentioning it, I am like, okay, I have achieved something in my life. And by doing that technique in my teenage days, I am a sunscreen expert, which I'm not. But yeah, this technique works wonderfully when you are wearing makeup. And after applying this, if you think that a certain part have less amount of makeup or the makeup has been worn off by you dabbing the sunscreen, you can go ahead and reapply or touch up your makeup on top of your sunscreen. You can see this technique in detail in Michelle's video, which I will link it in the bottom box below. And these are the people that you should follow, not some random creator who is suggesting natural sunscreen is a way to go and SPF 15 is well enough for you, and using coconut oil is enough SPF for you to cope out through the harsh UV rays. These sponges are very inexpensive. You can get one from Minis or even from Amazon. I will link the cheapest, most affordable ones in the bottom box below. You can also wash them a couple of times. If you are using it only for sunscreen, you can use just 1 or 2 of them for a month and you can wash these almost over 20 times and it doesn't wear a lot, and it's perfect for anyone who is looking for an alternate way to apply sunscreen which will be effective on top of your makeup. So hey guys, these were my couple of steps and techniques, and also giving on to different type of problems that you might face when you are reapplying your sunscreen, which you should, and reapplying and using enough sunscreen should be the motto of 2021. So after watching this video, I am sure you are pretty much ticked off on how the heck should I apply my sunscreen topic, and I am guessing you are pretty much expert in this area. So here you go, as you guys requested, my video on reapplying sunscreen. So let me know how you think about this video. Like this video if you like my content. Comment down below any other concern that you might have. Share this video to any of your friends who are concerned about how the heck should I apply sunscreen and how the heck should I do it correctly. Lastly, subscribe to my channel, hit on that bell notification, get excited for my next video. Bye bye and take care.